We're back, another day. Time to finish this center console, I guess you could call it, of the floorboard. Got it on ramps, and we gotta take the seats out because I don't want to ruin the seats. Not too bad so far on everything. I'm hoping I don't have to jack the rear up. I think I should be able to get under here. I just don't remember what size the bolts were. I do not know. And I can't pull them off. Okay, so I'm gonna get these bolts out real quick. Someone's I think the Amazon guy is outside jamming out. Now I'm all quiet. I'm probably losing it. Okay, I'm gonna get these off real quick. We're gonna find out what size. I think they're 1/2 inches. We'll get that out. I'm gonna get the seats out real quick. We'll go from there. Now the Amazon is not. No, that is Amazon. Okay. All right, we're good. I went and took the driver's seat out. Don't mind this old wire I got to pull out of the harness still. But seat's out. We're gonna cut this down a bit and get it as close to here as possible so I can weld it down. But I want to keep an arch because I like to have a little higher hump than what I have here. Just because of pulling the transmission out, it's kind of a butt. So I'm probably going to keep this cut going, and I'll probably angle it, flatten it down. So there's a little bit of a higher rise on this arch, but I want to keep that just to put the transmission in because I have to kind of go in at an angle driver's side and then work it in because of, I don't know if you can see it because of this, what do they call it, shifter sensor, which I want to keep on the car or on the transmission because I'd like to hook up the harness for it and tune like boost by gear and stuff later on in the future. That way second gear isn't just 15 pounds of boost and spinning the tires. So we're gonna get it all done. I'm just gonna basically cut that real quick. I wish I had a better lighting. I also wish I had this door staying open. One more thing though, when I was pulling the seats out, I remember that I just used loose bolts. So you have to use like a wrench on top, basically a 2-man job. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take these back off, which is just a couple of bolts right here. Gotta slide the chair up, slide it down, and I'm gonna weld the washer to the bolt and then the bolt to the washer. That way it's just a grade A bolt, and then if they ever strip, God forbid, I'll cut them out and re-weld them. But they're grade A hardware, so should be good there. That'll be later on though. Let me get the grinding wheel going and try to get this all done. Let me find a way to keep this door open too, because that's going to be a pain. Yeah, that's going to be a big pain in the butt. We'll figure that part out. But yeah, let me get this cut real quick, and then I'll kind of give you a little shot of what's going on, and then eventually we'll have to crawl over here and take this seat out to get the other side fully welded. But now I have some lay-in room to get it going, so it should be a little easier than before. Okay, it's a little foggy in here. I made a welding area out of an old bucket, so I didn't shoot when I used the grinding wheel to shoot sparks everywhere, and I just went in and did it while I welded too. But I got it welded to the height that I need it to be, and then I went and had like stitch welded the cuts that I did. I basically cut it a little bit to hammer it down because it was so thick. This side's almost done. I got a couple of holes there from previous styles. Here and here, 3 holes. We'll get that all taken care of. I'll get that top left corner, and then I will put a flashlight under there and see if we can find any kind of light, seal it up, wire wheel it, put some rust primer on it, and then we'll get this all vacuumed out and cleaned out. I'll go ahead and put the Dynamat on this side where the chair is, get it all done. Then we'll take these off and we will weld the bolts with them off the seat so we don't burn the seats. And then that way that is a 1-man job, or much easier to do. Just gotta take it from the bottom. That sounded very bad, but we'll get it all, easier to work on basically. So we'll get it all done, get this side done, and then we'll work on the other side, pull that chair out. I'll probably put this chair back in and flip it around. There's really not a lot of room to leave the door wide open over here. I need to pull these shelves out, honestly. That's the goal. Make it some more room until I can get a big shop someday. But we'll get these 3 little pinhole, 4, I see 4 actually. We'll get the, okay. While the GoPro is charging, I went ahead and got these bolts welded in and just did a test fit to make sure they all went back in the hole. So now I'm just gonna clean them up, put some paint on them real quick, and we'll get ready to lay this Dynamat in here and go from there. Not too bad of a day, I must say. It wasn't too bad at all. It's just a lot of burn marks, a whole lot of burn marks. So yeah, I'm gonna let this GoPro charge. I'm gonna vacuum that out. We'll pull those things out. I need to spray paint them, and I need to grease the channels a little bit. Put some grease in there, lube them up, let them dry, and then we will suck all that crap out and lay some Dynamat in there and put the seat in for now. We can't put the carpet in yet. Obviously, I got to finish the whole car, but I would like to get as much sound deadening as I can. I have like 4 or 5 strips left. Get it in there now just to help with the droning and everything. I know the back sounds much better with it all done, so might as well do it now since everything's out and I can vacuum it. We'll go from there. I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. Okie dokie. We got excuse me. We got this side done. It's not Dynamat brand. It's Amazon Basic. It's 2 mil thick, thinner. It's 6 mil, not 8 mil. But it's like half the price and double the width, or double the square footage you get. And I have had great luck with it. Definitely a go-to, especially since it's thinner. Like on your joints, kind of like right here, I can do my slices, and then I could just use the roller, kind of get it nice in there in that crevice so it doesn't bubble up. Kind of like what I did here. I cut it and then just rolled it on there like so. Shout out to James. This is actually his tool. I saved 20 bucks doing that. But I'm gonna get this all in. That's already in, obviously, but I gotta get the holes now. So what I'm gonna do is I don't want to just drill the hole out. I want to keep as much in there as possible, so when the bolt goes down, the Dynamat kind of comes out and I can fold it over, kind of air seal it up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here, and I'm just gonna put this hole right here. I'm just gonna harpoon it up a little bit. Kind of see it, and where's my camera? Oh yeah, there it is. Whoop, tiny little hole. We'll go way back here. Oh. I can't really see this hole, so I'm just gonna, and then, okay. So I got all 5 of my holes done now. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't know if you can see it, all the reflection. I need to get a light. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna poke it in, just like so. Just obviously there's no threads in here because the bolts are the threads, so I'm not really worried about covering the threads up. But now, boom, they're all in there nice and good, nice and pretty. And now when I slide the chair in after it's done drying, which should be, oh yeah, it's actually pretty much dry. I'll put this back together nice and tight. We'll slap it in there. I just got to wire wheel this side of this, primer that side of everything, and then go from there. We'll go to the next side, probably the next time, or I'll probably just do this off camera. It'll be the same thing, just the passenger side. It's a lot of work, and I don't have the best lighting to really show you guys unless I stand away from the car. It's obviously cloudy out, and the car is, I just need to get a cool light. I need to get one of those cheap magnet lights I could stick up there. But I'm trying to think of what else. I'm not worried about this part yet because we're going to take all this out. Custom dash, a lot of holes to weld up in there. So I'll drain the tank out. We'll drain all the fumes out. I'll probably do that. I don't know what I'll do that, honestly. We'll figure that out. We'll start here and work our way up. That way, I thought about doing like, I might end up still doing like a half carpet piece and then another half over here, and then have like the seam right here where this cut is. I'll have to think about it. I really don't know. I might end up doing that. I don't know. I'd like to have it one big piece, but knowing my luck, I'll probably have to fold it back up here or something. We'll have to figure it out, but that's another day. So let me get this wire wheeled up, shoot some primer on it. We'll slap the seat back in, and then I'll kind of just show you what it looks like from this side. And that'll be it, honestly. It's not really a bad, like a hard task to do. It does take a lot of time, I will say. It's a ton of time. I don't have to weld that top yet. I can do that later on. I got everything I needed over here. I'll probably put this little shield right in that crevice and get back in the back right here. I don't know, maybe not. I'll figure it out. But I'm definitely going to use that shield with this seat in, flip it, and then weld in there so it's not bouncing all over the place. It's flux core. It's a wild ball bouncing. Look, I mean, look at all the red dots on my arm. But it's looking pretty good. I'm trying to think of what else. I need to get that squeak figured out. That'll be another video. There's a lot I want to do. I need to get a chalkboard in here, just start writing everything I want to get done, because I have a one-track brain, and I start losing what I'm doing, get sidetracked, and then I start jamming out, and then I'm like, oh, where's my wrench? And my wrench has been in my hand, and I'm losing it. So that's it for now. I'm done huffing weld smoke. I'm done huffing paint. Let me get these seats back in. I'll show you an after, and then that'll be the end of the video, guys. Alrighty. And with 3 hours of work, we got this sucker back in. Nice and tight. Cleaned it up, dynamite at the bottom, and we primered up. I need to get a light. We primered up this side. Obviously, we got to do the other side. Am I excited to do the other side? No, I'm not. This side took me 3 hours of my life. But I also went ahead and, well, I can't do it with one hand, but I put some WD-40 on these sliders. Much nicer. I had a little slag in there from the first time I did this slider seat thing. See if I can get it lined back up. And now it's much nicer. So if Heather's driving the car, she's not having to use all of her might to get the seat to open up. So I'm done today. I'm done. I am tapped out. I'm excited. I'm tapped out. But that's what she's looking like, boys and girls, if there's any girls that watch. Now I gotta get the other side done. I need a chalkboard. I'm just gonna start writing everything down. I keep saying what I'm gonna do on the camera, but I don't go back and watch that footage over and over and over again, so that I'm like, oh, what am I doing? What am I supposed to do next? I don't know. John, figure it out. So yeah, that's it. I'm closing it right now, like Sopranos.